So yeah, without making too many jokes, I told the last representative, yeah, the markets are rigged and whatnot. She laughed about it, and I started telling her that, I have some times that actually might prove that, because this has been happening a lot with me. A lot of my hits usually reverse as soon as I get in, and nothing when I don't get in, right? There was one hit yesterday, and specifically, I'm trying to look for it though. I'm not sure if it was my IWM or my triple Q hit, but I'm trying to look for the times right now. So let me get access to that.
Sure.
Orders, and that's the only reason I was down. As you can see, like on my account, I've been up this whole week, last week, the week before that. Nothing too crazy. There's hasn't been any big high conviction volume hits, especially when I play. But when I get out, yeah, that's when everything moves. When I get in, nothing happens, or when I get in, it just goes down. There were some in particular that I'm looking for. Okay, I think it was 8 o'clock probably. I know it was like 8 in the morning. Here, let me go to all last 7 days. It must have been spy. Here, let me see. Let me go to 8. Yeah. What did I say? 8, 13. Yeah. It was a very unusual time like that. Here it is. Yeah. Yeah. So markets were tanking all day. And got into puts, I believe it was. Yeah, because I like to short markets. And look at that. Like right when I got in, everything flies up. And I thought that was a little unusual, and this has been happening a lot. Luckily, this one I was patient, and luckily it tanked more, so I was able to cash out of this one with some profits. But this is not the first time this has happened. Now I know yesterday was Friday, and it's a dangerous day to play, and it was quad witching. However, I wanted to see, because this is not the first time it's happened. It's happened with TD Ameritrade. It's happened with Robinhood. It's happened with webull. So these are like three different apps that this has happened with. I wanted to see if do you believe that some of the TD Ameritrade or any options trader might be watched as far as being looked at. Do you believe that maybe we should change our IP address or anything like that, or get like a better firewall or VPN? Because I have reason to believe we're being tracked. And I'd rather not lose money. I'd rather, like, at first, I was skeptical at first. I thought it was crazy, but it's been happening a lot, so I don't think it's a coincidence, at this point. Especially what I saw yesterday. I mean, there's just no way. Even triple Q, I got into puts at triple Q at the same time, at the same exact time, 8:13, and as you can see, nothing has happened, and then boom, it just flew up. It reversed. So,
I get you. So I've never heard of that happening before. You said these puts were, was this yesterday?
yes. Well,
Yesterday.
I'm talking about yesterday because I have it's fresh in my mind, my memory, and I have the times and everything. But I wanted to see what you think. Have you representatives or in cybersecurity ever recommended options traders to pretty much like have something open while we're options trading on the app, or like, should we have like a special kind of firewall? Should I cancel Spectrum and go with maybe Verizon Fios or something like that, and do some kind of different internet here, or change my
Uh,
routers,
so we don't, wouldn't really recommend that. So when you said like it switched, sorry. So like you like threw an order out for some puts, you said, and then um, was it like a trade you did in place, or is it like the market movement in general? Sorry, just trying to make sure I understand.
Yeah, yeah, you can say market movement. Nothing was happening. It was sideways all day, and then the minute we got into anything, and I say we because I was working with a firm online. uh, on one of our Discord channels, and well, it happened to them too. We had one person that got into a hit and it didn't fill him, and it took like 8,000 away from him, like just out of nowhere, and he wasn't able to get out of that because something was wrong with the app. And with me, yeah, I said, you know what, that's funny because, as soon as I got into SPX, it just, nothing was happening. But as soon as I got into a put, it flew up. And then when I got into a put, it flew down. And I'm sorry, a call, it flew down. And I said, yeah, something's going on. I think we're being watched. And, I said, yeah, I'll call, I have the day off tomorrow, maybe I can see what they recommend. Maybe they've had this happen before. Maybe they can recommend some kind of firewall, or us change the internet, or get a better VPN, change the IP address. I don't know. Or block our IP
don't really.
addresses.
Yeah, we don't really recommend that usually. If you want to, like taking those actions, you can, but we don't usually recommend actions like that. I wouldn't. I don't know. It's of course it's tough to say like what's causing a market movement, right?
Yeah.
Normally, most of the time, I usually just chalk it up to bad timing. There's not really like I'm trying to think of the right way to word this.
Yeah, I know it's kind of bizarre. I know it's bizarre, and it's kind of hard to, because whatever we say, it's almost like saying we admit the markets are rigged, which that's kind of conspiracy. I know, but for, I guess you could say, for the safety of my account and my friends' accounts, what actions can we take to prevent this? Um, is there a company of that you recommend that blocks IP addresses, or is a better VPN protector or spyware or firewall that because obviously Norton Antivirus is not working.
Yeah, so there's definitely VPNs and those kind of services out there. I don't have one I can recommend you. We don't usually suggest using a VPN with ThinkorSwim just because it can cause it to move slower. But you definitely can if you'd like, for sure. If you want to do that, you are able to.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that having a VPN on does slow down, the movement. Like for example, like the graph, the candlesticks, the equities, like the numbers.
Definitely anything streaming. Yeah, any data streaming in ThinkorSwim, like prices changing, charts moving, anything coming in like that. If you use a VPN on ThinkorSwim, it is going to slow it down. So we don't usually recommend using one. If you want to, you definitely can. But right, I don't have anything I can recommend for you. Unfortunately, I do apologize.
Okay. Okay. So I'll have my VPN off, and I guess I'll look into, I don't know, maybe a firewall or something on the router or something on the modem itself, maybe that blocks it or protects it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can definitely look into firewalls and whatnot. I know like most Windows and I think Macs have some sort of firewall by default built in. Of course, there's like free ones you can go and download also, but right, I think they should have one on there by default. But yeah, you can definitely try those. I don't have one I can recommend you specifically, but I know there are some out there for sure.
Okay. Okay, so I'll take your first advice. Turn off the VPN while you're playing so that you could let it move, the candlesticks and the equity numbers and the positions and everything. But as far as firewalls, you don't recommend any, or you don't, that you haven't heard of, that can help with that, right?
Right. None that I've heard of that do that specifically. No. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to be sorry. I mean, I'm sorry that for the first time ever, I was red and I lost money for not having one. So okay. Sorry to take up too much of your time, and yeah, I'll look into that. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'll call some cybersecurity experts on this field that maybe know what to buy or what to install on your computer or something.
Gotcha. Understood.
All right. Well, thank you. You have a good one. Okay.
Of course.
Enjoy your weekend.
You too. You too.
I won't. I was freaking down. All right, guys. There you have it. So turn off the VPN. that should help the candlesticks and movement move, especially the equities. And I guess we'll look into a firewall or something, or I don't know, maybe go from Spectrum to somebody else. Maybe put some kind of protection on your modem or router. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think would prevent this or help with this?